Hello everyone, you are watching the channel Incredible Facts. The U.S. Navy is a technologically advanced maritime force that operates aircraft carriers, destroyers, submarines, and specialized units. It conducts missions such as power projection, maritime security, and humanitarian assistance globally. It plays a critical role in protecting national interests and maintaining global stability. And today, we will show you the 10 best warships and submarines in the U.S. Navy. America. The America class is the U.S. Navy's latest amphibious assault ship. This class of warship is intended to support U.S. Marines during amphibious landing operations against defended positions ashore. America-class ships can operate as flagships for expeditionary strike groups. Vessels can also perform sea control operations using onboard strike fighter aircraft or serve as small aircraft carriers. The America class has more deck space than the previous ships of this kind. It has been specially optimized for the new MV-22 Osprey tilt-rotor transports and F-35B stealthy multi-role fighters with short takeoff and vertical landing capability. This warship has enlarged hangar facilities to accommodate more aircraft below its deck. This amphibious assault ship has 2 elevators. First 2 vessels of the class operate a total of 38 helicopters and VSTOL aircraft. Number of aircraft and helicopters varies depending on specific mission requirements. These amphibious assault ships are armed with 2 RAM launchers, 2 ESSM launchers, 2 20mm Phalanx close-in weapon systems, 3 25mm Mk-38 cannons. Zumwalt. The Zumwalt-class cruisers are new multi-role ships of the U.S. Navy. These stealthy guided missile cruisers have superior offensive capabilities. Originally, 32 ships of the class were planned. However, only 3 ships will be built due to high unit price and lack of threat. Although the Zumwalt-class warships are officially called destroyers, in terms of size, displacement, and armament, these warships are clearly cruisers. These new warships are optimized for land attack operations, but also possess great anti-aircraft and anti-submarine capability. The Zumwalt-class cruisers are stuffed with cutting-edge technology and are stealthy to radars. Also, these warships have a new propulsion system. These warships are fitted with 80 advanced modular vertical launch cells for various missiles. These stealthy cruisers can carry a mix of various missiles, including Tomahawk land attack cruise missiles, ASROC anti-submarine missiles, standard surface-to-air missiles, and RIM-162 evolved Sea Sparrow missiles surface-to-air missiles. Littoral combat ship. The littoral combat ship is either of 2 classes of relatively small surface vessels designed for operations near shore by the United States Navy. The Freedom class is a new U.S. Navy's class of littoral combat ships. These are small and fast vessels intended to operate in littoral zones, i.e., close to the shore. These are designed to combat with small craft rather than equal warships. These ships are designed to have a shallow draft and operate at high speed. The Freedom class has a flight deck with hangar and can support a helicopter. The Freedom class is armed with a BAE Mk-110 57mm naval gun with 400 rounds of ammunition. It also has 2 30mm Mk-44 Bushmaster II guns and 4 12.7mm machine guns. There are a total of 24 AGM-114L Hellfire missiles and Mk-49 launcher loaded with 21 RIM-116 Ram rolling airframe missiles for air defense. The Independence class is the second class of an entirely new type of ship, the littoral combat ship. By 2023, a total of 14 ships of the Independence class were active, with another 5 under construction. The Independence class ships have a unique design amongst the world's navies. Its trimaran hull makes it fast and agile and allows for a larger rear deck. These warships are stealthy, using advanced materials and angular hulls to deflect radar and reduce their radar cross-section. Stealthiness allows to creep up on their targets. Main offensive armament comes from the BAE Systems Mk110 57mm gun. Air defense is comprised of one C-RAM close-in weapon system firing 11 RIM 116 rolling airframe missile with a range of 5 miles, 9 kilometers. Nimitz. The first 3 Nimitz-class carriers were originally designed as replacements for the elderly Midway class. At the time, these were the largest and most powerful warships ever built. The Nimitz-class carriers differ from the earlier nuclear-powered USS Enterprise in having 2 reactors rather than 8, with ordnance magazines between and forward of them. 4 deck-edge aircraft elevators are available, 2 forward and 1 aft of the island on the starboard side and 1 aft of the port side. The hangar is 25 feet 7 inches, 7.8 meters high, and like those of other U.S. carriers, can accommodate at most only half of the aircraft embarked at any one time. The remainder is spotted on the flight deck in aircraft parks. The standard U.S. Navy Air Wing at the beginning of the 21st century included 20 F-14D Bombcats, Tomcats with a strike role, 36 FA-18 Hornets, 8 S-3AB Vikings, 4 E-2C Hawkeyes, 4 EA-6B Prowlers, 4 SH-60F, and 2 HH-60H Seahawks. Gerald R. Ford. The Gerald R. Ford class is a successor to the Nimitz-class aircraft carriers. These are the largest and most powerful warships ever built. It is planned that a total of 9 to 10 aircraft carriers of this class will be built for the U.S. Navy. These will replace the Nimitz-class carriers over the coming decades. It is planned that a new Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carrier will be commissioned every 5 to 6 years, with construction continuing to 2058. The lead ship, USS Gerald R. Ford, was laid down in 2009. Originally, it was planned to be commissioned in 2015. However, construction was delayed. It became operational with the U.S. Navy in 2017. The second aircraft carrier of the class, the USS John F. Kennedy, was laid down in 2015 and launched in 2019. This carrier is currently being constructed. Each of the Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carriers will carry an air wing consisting of 85 fixed-wing aircraft, vertical and/or short takeoff and landing (VSTOL) aircraft, helicopters, or unmanned aerial vehicles. Weapons of the Ford class include 2 launchers with 16 evolved Sea Sparrow missiles each. These missiles are used to defend against incoming high-speed maneuverable anti-ship missiles. The ships also have 2 launchers with 21 rolling airframe missiles. These are also used against incoming anti-ship missiles. In the future, the U.S. Navy wants to equip an aircraft carrier with a powerful laser to shoot down aerial threats in the form of swarms of attack drones or salvos of missiles. Los Angeles. Comprising the largest number of nuclear-powered vessels built to one design, the Los Angeles class couples the speed advantage of the elderly Skipjack class with the sonar and weapons capability of the Permit and Sturgeon classes. A total of 62 of these boats were built. Thanks to its electronic systems, the class has proved to be an exceptionally good anti-submarine warfare platform, although on one occasion on the first out-of-area Alpha 1 deployment, the Soviet boat was easily able to outrun a trailing Los Angeles-class boat off Iceland just by using its superior underwater speed. The class features a very potent weapons array including the Tomahawk tactical land attack missile with a range between 559 and 1,056 miles, 900 and 1,700 kilometers. Furthermore, the boats can also carry the 533mm Mk48 active passing homing torpedo with a wire guidance option. This guidance is suitable for ranges up to 31 miles, 50 kilometers in the active mode, or 23 miles, 38 kilometers in the passive mode. Seawolf. The boats of the Seawolf class are the most advanced but also the most expensive hunter-killer submarines in the world. The first completely new American submarine design for some 30 years, the USS Seawolf was laid down in 1989 as the lead boat in a class of 12. The cost of the Seawolf class in 1991 was estimated at $33.6 billion, making it the most expensive naval building program ever. The Seawolf class was intended to restore the technological edge which the U.S. Navy had enjoyed over the Soviets from 1945 until the mid-1980s, when espionage and the cynical trading practices of some U.S. allies somewhat eroded it. The new boats were designed to operate at greater depths than existing U.S. submarines and to operate under the polar ice cap. All of the boats can carry Tomahawk cruise missiles. The Tomahawks have a range of 1,056 miles, 1,700 kilometers, and are used to attack ships and land targets. The boats have 8 660mm torpedo tubes in a double-decked torpedo room for heavyweight torpedoes. The Seawolf-class boats can launch torpedoes at multiple targets simultaneously. A total complement of 50 Mk-48 torpedoes, sub-harpoon anti-ship missiles, and Tomahawk cruise missiles can be carried. Virginia. The U.S. Navy's Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarine is a successor to the Los Angeles-class. It was designed as a smaller, cheaper, and more versatile alternative to the Seawolf class. The Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarine was conceived as an advanced, stealthy type with multi-mission capability for the completion of deep ocean service in the anti-submarine role, and also for shallow water service in a whole range of littoral tasks. The Virginia-class submarines are fitted with 12 vertical launch system tubes. The tubes can launch 16 submarine-launched Tomahawk cruise missiles. It is planned that the Virginia-class will carry new nuclear-armed cruise missiles. It will turn these conventionally armed boats into a nuclear deterrence role. So far, only larger Ohio-class and emerging Columbia-class boats are equipped to fire nuclear weapons. The Virginia-class boats also have 4 533mm torpedo tubes. These are used to fire a total of 26 Mk-48 heavyweight torpedoes and sub-harpoon anti-ship missiles. Smart mines can be used in place of torpedoes. Ohio. Designed in the early 1970s as successor to the Benjamin Franklin and Lafayette classes in the SSBN role, the lead boat of the Ohio class, the USS Ohio, was first contracted to the Electric Boat Division of the General Dynamics Corporation in July 1974. Currently, the Ohio-class boats are the only submarines in service with the U.S. Navy carrying intercontinental ballistic missiles. The Atlantic and Pacific fleets had 10 and 8 boats, with the Trident II D5 and Trident I C4 missiles respectively. However, from 1996, the Trident I C4 missiles were replaced by more capable Trident II D5 missiles. The Trident II missiles have a range of 4,846 miles, 7,800 kilometers with full load, and 7,457 miles, 12,000 kilometers with reduced load. Each missile can carry up to 14 warheads. Because of their longer-range Trident missiles, the Ohio-class boats have patrol areas in waters either close to the U.S. or in the remoter parts of the world's oceans, making virtually impossible effective anti-submarine measures, the more so as the boats are acoustically very quiet. Columbia. Currently, a new class of ballistic missile submarine known as Columbia-class is being developed in the United States. Construction of the lead boat began in 2021. Its official name is USS District of Columbia. It was laid down in 2022. It is planned that a total of 12 Columbia-class boats will be built. It is planned that the first boat will be commissioned and begins its deterrent patrol in 2031. It is planned that the new boats will be slightly larger than the current Ohio-class boats. The Columbia-class boats will be fitted with 16 launch tubes for Trident II ballistic missiles in their upgraded form. The Columbia-class boats will be fitted with a nuclear reactor. It will have a planned service life of 42 years. It has been reported that the nuclear reactor will be so quiet that it will produce less noise than a 20-watt light bulb. That's all, friends. Thanks for watching. Write in the comments which of the warships and submarines you like the most. Also, click the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new interesting videos.